right, morning everybody. Here in Saginaw for a doubleheader today. First game's up here in Bay City, and then I think we're in Saginaw for the second game. I apologize, this view is probably not a good view. It's the best I can get, but it's not going to be good. I'll do my best. We've got Wolf and Albert starting at D. We've got Gentner at center, Cones, and Cherokee up front. And we're going to have Harris starting in net. I can't really even see that well either over here. At least not when it goes into the corner. Alright, we've got Cherokee, dumps it in behind the net. Puck pass, and that's a shot. Nice shot there from Wolf.
Get in there.
We've got Myers in. I think Gentner came out. We've got our D changing out. We've got Hubbard and Bomer. We've got Russo, Lukes, and Myers up front. Puck's back to Bomer in the blue line. Shot gets stopped by Saginaw. Saginaw brings it into our end. We'll get it dumped deep. Luke shoots it. He'll go off for a change. Saginaw. Alright. We'll have Albert and Wolf come in at D. And Albert dumps it in deep. We've got Wilkevich up front. Luchansky up front. Fix the scoreboard. Yeah, like I said earlier, this view is not good. Hopefully the rink we're at this afternoon will be a better view for you guys. We'll be able to see better. So we'll just work with what we got. Alright, we still have Albert and Wolf back at D. We've got Luke up front, Cherokee up front. We've held most of the pressure on this period so far. Yeah, we've got icing. Alright, we'll bring on Bomer and Hubbard. We'll have Cones, Russo, and Myers up front. bit up to cones. So you're gonna see I've got it kind of zoomed in so much so we can see what's going on down at the other end. When we get over to our end, I'll try to zoom out, but if I forget or if I don't, it might look like it's too close. All right, Luke's dumps it down deep. We'll get a few kids change out. We've got Albert and Wolf back in at D at this point. We've got Luke's, Luchansky, Wokevich up front. Wolf banks it up the boards out of the zone. We'll get Bomer and Hubbard come in at D. Up front we'll have Sarovi, Gentner and Cones. Rovi has it, he's going to skate it out. We'll get Albert and Wolf in at D. We'll have Luke's come in at forward. Russo come in at forward. Oh. Nice stick there by Albert. And he's going to skate it in. Alright, Wolf is back. Gets it off the boards, up into the neutral zone. Albert's the first one back. Up to the blue line, not out. That's a goal. It looked like Harris had it covered. Must have just been right at his pad and puck got dug out, came to Saginaw, and they scored off the rebound. All right, 0-1. About 7 minutes left to go in the first. We'll have Bomer and Hubbard back at D. We've got Luchansky, Cones, and Wokevich up front. Gets dumped down deep. Bomer will go back for it. And out of the zone. And Bomer get off. Wolf comes on. Alright, Volkevich has it. He's going to dump it in, and they'll go for a change. We've got Wolf and Albert still back at D. We've got Luke, Serovi. Can't see the other forward. Albert shoots it from the blue line, goes wide. For those of you just tuning in, we've got Toledo in white, Saginaw's in black. Really bad view here, this sheet of ice. So we'll do the best we can. Alright, we got Serovi down low with it. And back to Luke's, I believe. Cycles it back behind the net. Still working down low. And goalie covers that. Alright, we'll bring in Bomer and Hubbard at D. We'll have Russo, Combs, and Myers up front. Bomer's back with it. Flings it over to Hubbard. And up to the blue line, and up to Cones and out. Bomer's back with it. He's got Wolf with him back at D. Up to Russo and out of the zone. Alright, we've got Albert and Wolf back at D. Wolf will dump it deep. We've got Luchansky, Lukes, and looks like Volkevich up front. About 2.5 minutes left to go in the first, still down 0-1. We'll bring in Bomer and Hubbard back at D. We'll have Cones, Serovi, and Gentner up front. It up to Serovi. Saginaw comes up with it. Dump down deep, we'll go for a line change. We'll bring in Wolf and Albert at D. We'll have Russo, Lukes, and Myers up front. That'll be icing. down low. One timer from Albert. Didn't make it to traffic. Pucks back to Albert. Passes up to Russo. Pucks out of his reach. And Wolf has it. It's out of the zone. Alright, we'll bring Hubbard in. Bomer comes in. We've got Lukes with a scoring chance here. Shot off the post. Chansky shot into the goalie's glove and snags it. We got about 3 seconds left here. We'll keep Bomer and Hubbard out. Keep the same forwards out, it looks like. First score 0-1. Alright, start of the second, we'll have Wolf and Albert at D, Myers, Cones, and Sorovi up front. Keep Harrison and net. Interception there from Sorovi. Couldn't get a shot off. Still in the zone. You're going to have one forward pressure. The other two will change out. Russo's got it. Got Hubbard and Bomer back at D. Alright, we'll get it out of the zone. penalty. And coming against Saginaw here. All right, we'll go on the power play. First penalty of the game, I believe. Cherokee, Bomer, and Hubbard back at D. We'll have Sarovi, Wokevich, and Luchansky up front. Looks back to Bomer, over to Hubbard, back to Bomer. He wasn't quite ready for that. He pokes it and keeps it in the zone. Puck's dumped down deep. That puck's loose. That's a goal. Wokevich brought it to the net on his backhand side and just got a quick shot off. Rebound came over to Sarovi's side and able to tap it in. 1-1 game. Be back to 5-on-5. All right, we'll have Albert and Wolf back at D. We'll keep Wokevich, Sarovi, and Luchansky up front. And offside. We'll change out our forwards. Cones, Myers, and Russo are coming in. Myers has it, gains his own, tries to get it to Russo, and puck's still loose and comes out of the zone. Albert's got it, has some pressure on him, brings it up for Myers. Myers will get a chance to skate it in here. We've got Hubbard and Bomer in the D. Got Russo, dumps it in, he'll go for a change. Gentner, Wokevich, and Luke's up front. Luke's has it, and gets tied up along the boards. All right, we'll have Albert and Wolf come in at D, Sarovi, Luchansky, Russo up front. I will zoom in here for you guys. get a change here. Offensive zone face-off. We'll have Bomer and Hubbard back at D. Volkevich and Combs at wing. Myers at center. I'll zoom out for you guys. Saginaw comes up with face-off win. They'll get it out of their zone.
Come on, Jack.
Saginaw dumps it deep. Along the corner here, I can't really see. Swings out to the far side corner. Bomer's got it. Passes up and out of the zone. Bomer's back with it again. He's gonna look for a pass and gets it up and out. We'll go for a change. Oh, there we go. We're going to get a scoring chance. That's a goal. Coming off a line change, Saginaw went to pass it to the center and got intercepted by Nixon Lukes. Made a nice shot. Scores 2-1. We'll have Gentner, Luke, Russo up front still, Wolf and Albert back at D. Offsides. Starobi, Luchansky, Combs up front. Luchansky centers it. Oh, redirected. Puck goes just wide. Long out. Albert went to grab it with his glove, just missed it. Cones passes to Starobi. Cones picks it back up and tries to get it centered towards the goalie. Doesn't get through. We'll have Bomer and Wolf back at D. Bomer over to Wolf. And up to Starobi into the zone. Cones are going to dump it and they'll go for a change. Kept in by Bomer and dumped deep. Got it down low. And that's a goal. Shot from the circle, slipped up over the goalie's shoulder. Beautiful shot. All right, we'll have a 2-2 game. We will have Russo, Myers, Luke's up front, Bomer and Hubbard back at D. Back to Bomer. Oh, kind of tough luck there. It's kind of come to Bomer, hit the goalie's, or hit the ref's skate. Bounced to a Saginaw player instead. Russo has it down low. Oh, Luke's almost got a nice shot off on that. Bomer's back for it, hit it around the boards. And knocked down by Gentner and out of the zone. Buffalo get dumped, they'll go for a change. We got Gentner, Sarovi, Cones up front. Cones tries to shoot it, but couldn't get much on it. We'll have Wolf and Albert back at D. Throvey, Gentner, Cone still up front. Stick there from Palmer. Alright, Russo's got it. Saginaw comes up with it, they'll skate it out. Puck gets dumped deep, we'll get a few kids change, goes all the way down, we'll get icing here. Alright, we'll have Wolf and Albert back at D, Myers, Sarovi, and Volkevich up front. Albert back to Wolf, and Wolf dumps it in. Albert's got it, flings it up the boards. I can't really see much down there. I'm sure you guys cannot either, so I'm just gonna stay quiet until I can figure out what's going on. Alright, that's offside. Like I said, this game this afternoon hopefully will be a different rink, so hopefully better view, and you guys will be able to see what's going on better. We're going to bring on Bomer and Hubbard back for D. We'll have Gentner, Cones, and Luke's up front. Alright, get a scoring chance here. Nixon hits the post. That's the second post he's hit today. Coming close. Alright, we'll keep the same lines. Shot there from Gentner and Bowler stops it. We'll bring in Wilkevich and Russo. And Luchansky up front. Keep Hubbard and Bomer back at D. Nice stick there from Hubbard, otherwise it could have been a breakaway. Puck's out of the zone. Alright, Russo passes over. We got Albert and Wolf back at D. Russo, Cones, and Chansky up front right now. Puck's loose by Harris, and I think he got it covered. Scoring chance here. Cones has it, makes a move, shot. Alright, end of the second, score is 2-2. Alright, start of the third. We'll have Bomer and Hubbard, and then D, Gentner, Volkevich, and Russo up front. Score is still 2-2. Volkevich comes up with it. Loses an edge. Wolf and Albert back at D, Sorobi, Lukes, Myers up front. Bomer and Hubbard back at D, Luchansky, Russo, and Combs up front. Stick there from Bomer. Oh, off the post, not in. All right. Toledo will try to get it deep here to get out everyone changed out. Both of our D changed out. We've got Albert and Wolfen. We've got Chance. We got Ice. All right, we'll have Luke, Gentner, Volkevich up front. Gentner dumps it deep. Luke dumps it up out of the zone. We'll have Volkevich pursue. Myers, Sorobi, and Cones up front, with Bomer and Hubbard back at D. D right now. Albert has it, it's gonna skate it up.
Come on, Chase.
What'd they call? I don't know. They're going to take one of our players. Gentner, it looks like. I don't know what for, but... Alright, we'll have Bomer and Hubbard back at D. Myers and Luke's up front. Puck's out of the zone. Harris has it. He's going to give it to Hubbard. Get up to Myers and out of the zone. And we'll get it dumped down. Got Hubbard out. Wolf on. Bomer's still out.
Okay.
Out of the zone.
Come on, Luke.
And Bomer passes up to Luchansky. We've got another penalty coming up against Luke's, it looks like. We're going to have 5-on-3 here for about 20 seconds. All right, we'll have Wolf and Albert back at D, Russo up front.
We need somebody in the box. We have two. Yeah, I mean, we have to let them. They got it on mixing. Make them let one try out strip.
Nice save, that's a goal. Harris made the first 2 saves. Third one he couldn't. We will still be on the penalty kill. That goal happened before the 5-on-3 ended. So we'll go to 4-on-5 now. We'll have Russo and Gentner up front. About a minute 21 left on the penalty kill, power play. scoreboard that they have still has 10 seconds up, which they might just let it kind of run out before the next one shows up. Oh, there it goes. Except it's not right. They've got 1:24 left. They need to take off about 10 seconds off of that penalty clock. Alright, we've got Bomer and Hubbard back at D, Cones and Myers up front. Myers dumps it out of the zone. That'll be icing. Out of the zone. Right, we've got Bomer off, Wolf on. Hubbard steps up, swings it up to Wokevich. Wokevich hits the post. It's our third or fourth post of the game we've hit. All right, penalty kill is over. We are back to 5-on-5.
You better get there!
Puck's loose in front of Harris, and we'll get it and skate it out. Lachansky has it, skates it into the Saginaw zone. We've got Bomer and Albert coming in at D. We've got Lachansky, Russo, and Luke's up front. Bomer up to Luke. Up to Lachansky. We've got Strovey, Russo up front, along with Gentner. Hubbard passes up to Russo and out of the zone. And I think offsides. Alright, we'll have Wolf and Albert back at D, Myers, Cones. Luke's up front. And that should be icing. Nope, they call it off. Bomer and Hubbard, and it'd be Vokevich, Russo, Gentner up front. Puck's back to Bomer at the blue line. Shot. Slow. Do it again, guys. Good puck movement on that shift. Back to Bomer. Our forwards change out. We've got Albert and Wolf coming in. Luchansky, Luke, Sorovi up front. Got about 2.5 minutes left here to try to tie this up. Wolf up to Luke, who loses an edge. We'll at least get it out of the zone with that. It's up to Albert at the blue line. Puck's loose by the slot there. A couple shots. No luck. Keep up the pressure, boys. We have an icing. Got a minute and 20 left. Keep Harrison still, it looks like. We'll bring Bomer and Hubbard in at D, Russo, Myers. Can't see who the third forward is. Face off win, but split the D. Hubbard picks it up and hits the ref skate. Got a 2-on-1 develop. All right, Russo skates it into the zone. Harris goes off. We got an empty net. Gentner comes on. Comes the Bomer, shot, doesn't get through. Looks over to Hubbard, he waits and dumps it in. That looked onside, but it was offsides. All right, Albert and Wolf come on. We'll have Gentner, Russo, Vukevich, Luke's up front. Puck's dumped down. We'll get an icing. We got 6.5 seconds left. Alright, we're going to play again later today. I think it's at like 5:20, between 5 and 5:30 somewhere, so see you guys then. Alright, that's it. Up a little short today. All right, we'll see you guys later.